everyone, my name is Bini Sethi. I hope you all are staying healthy. Today we are going to talk about meaning of linear programming, components of linear programming and step-by-step formulation of linear programming. As we know, every business want to achieve maximum profit at minimum cost, but they have some problems, they have some constraint like limited amount of resources. Linear programming is mathematical technique which help to achieve maximum profit and minimum cost within these constraint. There are mainly three components of linear programming. First is the decision variable. That means what you are going to decide through linear programming. For example, through linear programming, you want to decide how many units of bags and how many units of watches you need to produce. So here x1 is number of bags and x2 is number of watches, or you can say that these are unknown quantities which you want to determine through linear programming. Second component is objective function. That means what you want to achieve through linear programming. Either your goal is maximizing something or minimizing something. For example, you want to maximize your profit or efficiency, or you can minimize your cost or minimize your time. These can be your objective to achieve through linear programming problem, and it is denoted by Z. Constraint are your limitation. For example, you have limited labor hours, you have limited raw material, or you have limited budget. Non-negative constraint. X1 and X2 are our decision variables. As we earlier discussed, X1 number of bags and X2 number of watches. According to this condition, our decision variable cannot be negative. Means we cannot produce a negative amount of physical goods. Now step by step we formulate linear programming with the help of one example. There is one furniture producer who want to produce two types of product, desk and a chair. Each desk give him profit of $50 and each chair give him a profit of $30. Shopkeeper has two resources. Resources one wood. Each desk require 2 unit of wood and each chair require 1 unit of wood. But there is only 40 units of wood. And resources 2 is labor. Each desk require 1 hour of labor and each chair require 2 hours of labor, and there are only 50 labor hours are available. Our main goal to determine how many units of desks and how many unit of chairs we need to produce in order to maximize our profit. Now through our previous statement, step by step we will formulate linear programming. First of all, identify decision variables. X1 and X2 are our decision variables. X1 number of desks we need to produce, X2 number of chairs we need to produce. That means these are the decisions which we have to take with the help of linear programming. Second step, define your objective function. That means what is your main goal, what is your main objective which you want to achieve through linear programming. So, as we earlier discussed through previous statement, each desk give us a 50 profit, each chair give us a 30 profit. X1 number of unit of desks we need to produce, X2 number of unit of chairs we need to produce. Profit from desk 50xk, profit from chairs 30x2. Maximize Z represent how many units of chairs and desk we need to produce so that we can maximize our this amount of profit. So maximizing profit is our main goal which we want to achieve through linear programming. Each business want to achieve a maximum profit, but they have to face some limitation, means they have some constraint. Here we have resources constraint. We have two resources, wood and labor. Wood constraint. Each desk require 2 unit of wood, each chair require 1 unit of wood, but we don't have wood more than 40. This is our constraint, this is our limitation. Similar, in case of labor constraint, each desk require 1 hour of labor, each chair require 2 hour of labor, but we don't have labor hour more than 50. These two are our constraint. And with the help of linear programming, we want to know how many units of desks and how many units of labors within our constraint we need to produce so that we can achieve maximum profit. Step 4, set no negative restrictions. That means you cannot produce a negative amount of desks and chairs. Now quickly revise general structure of linear programming. Here Z is our objective function. That means Z is something which either you want to maximize or minimize. For example, you want to maximize your profit or want to minimize your cost. X1, X2 and Xn are decision variables, means what you want to decide through linear programming. For example, you want to decide how many units of bags you need to produce in order to maximize your profit, or how many units of watches or desks you need to produce in order to maximize your profit. Where C1, C2 and Cn represent price, value or profit from all these things. Our objective function is subject to constraint. That means we have to achieve our objective within some limitation, within some constraint. A11, A12, A1n represent how much resources we need to produce X1, X2 and Xn. Similar you can see in other cases. B1 and B2 are our total capacity, and this sign represent we have resources less than or equal to 100 or more than equal to 100 or just equal to 100, means B1, B2 represent our total capacity, and this represent our decision variable cannot be negative. So this is all about today's video. I think you got it, and thank you so much for watching this video. Bye, take care.